Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the process in which I replaced the ceiling in my basement apartment. As I've said before, this was finished originally in the 70s. The house, I believe, was built in 1964. And needless to say, these tiles were in pretty bad shape. Through the years, there were water leaks, possibly pipes broken. I don't know. My daughter has lived here for about 14 years, so there was a little bit of damage that had to be fixed since she's been here, but the majority of it was prior to that. So this is not a recent video. This happened prior to my surgery in November of 2023. This was probably a month prior to that. I knew that I was going to be having surgery and wouldn't be able to do such a task where I would have things falling in my face since my surgery was on my face. And so I just really wanted to get it done and wrapped up so I could recuperate from my surgery and not have to worry about doing this job in the future. So this video of the ceiling, and then I have one more of me replacing the floor, should be the last videos that were so long ago, but I kind of thought that it was important for you to see that because it is a process in my remodeling this basement into my apartment. So this little portion at the bottom of my steps was the biggest problem overall. There had been some water damage there. I'm not sure actually what's above it, if it's, I think it might be the laundry room still, or it could be a faucet outside, but there was so much insulation in just that part of the ceiling, and it took the longest to get all of that cleaned out and those tiles taken down. It just seemed like the insulation went on forever, and I was sucking it up with the shop vac, as you see, and it was probably the messiest part of the whole job, honestly. Once I got past that little section, it seemed to go a little bit quicker. The tiles, I have to say, were a little bit harder to cut, as you'll see coming up, and this was the first time I've ever done a job like this. I've never cut ceiling tiles, and these were the cheapest ones that I could find at Home Depot. I first tried to just paint the ones that were there, but the ones that were stained so badly would not cover. The stains just kept coming through the paint. So I just bit the bullet and bought new ones. And like I said, I bought the cheapest ones that I could find. So it made cutting them a little difficult. I'm not sure if I had bought more expensive tiles, if they would have been any easier to cut. But when I originally thought about doing this job, I was like, how hard could it be? You take one tile out, you put another one in. And I did buy the standard size when I measured, but of course they didn't, as you'll see coming up, go in as easily as I thought they were going to. Such is life whenever you start a project like this, right? So here's just a little clip showing you how bad the tiles were, and why I couldn't just paint them and make them look better. That would have been awesome if I could have done that, but this is a little shot of the before, and it's not horrible, but most of the bad ones I had already taken out, and so I had to slide them. Because there's pipes and things up in the ceiling, I couldn't just remove them from where they were. So I had to move them to a spot where a tile had already been removed to get them out from under the pipe that was up in the ceiling. So I quickly discovered it was easier to cut them on the face of the tile as opposed to the back of the tile. And you'll see here my inexperience caused a little bit of damage to the tile, but I used it anyway because I wasn't sure if I would have any left over.
There is and none of it has helped. Experience has made me realize that I won't build my life on empty words. Being so damn naive, it only hurts. I'm so tired of love songs, life never turns out the way they do. I've been trying for so long, looking for someone who wants me to. I've heard every cliche there is and none of them make sense. I'm so tired of love songs, I'm sick and tired of love songs. I'm so tired of you. Looking back on how I used to be, I always thought that love was made for me. Oh well, I was just as blue-eyed as the sky could ever be.
So when I was reading the instructions on these tiles, there was a warning not to inhale the fumes if you were going to be cutting the tiles, because of course, as with everything else, it could cause cancer or lung problems or whatever. So this is why I'm all suited up. I have a nightcap on my hair because I didn't want it all to fall in my hair, and of course my glasses because I don't usually do anything without my glasses, and I wouldn't have been putting my contacts on for this job. And then I wore the mask and the gloves because, you know, insulation is itchy, and although this isn't actually insulation, it still had a lot of the stuff on the back of it that when you cut it, it kind of crumbles. So putting them in and moving them around, trying to get them up in the ceiling, that stuff was constantly falling, plus all the stuff that was falling from the old tiles as well.
I'm so tired of love songs, sick and tired of love songs. I'm so tired of you. Ooh, sick and tired of you. I'm so tired of love songs that never turns out the way they do. I've been trying for so long, looking for someone to help me through. I've heard every cliche there is and none of them make sense. I'm so tired of love songs, sick and tired of love songs. I'm so tired of you.
These tiles along the edge of this ridge here in the middle of the basement were about 3 or 4 inches shorter than all the other tiles. So every tile along that bar or that middle section I had to trim, and it was the biggest pain trying to get this all completed. So for anyone who hasn't seen any of my other videos, these walls were just paneling. They're not drywalled or was not taken down and redone or anything like that. It's just textured wallpaper over paneling. Some of the paneling was painted, some of it wasn't. It was very dark brown and shiny. So I bought a pre-pasted textured wallpaper from Amazon, And I've used it before. I've been wallpapering for years, and I've actually used this same exact paper before, but it's applied to the wall, and then once it dried, I just painted it whatever color I wanted my walls to be, and it actually, especially from a distance, looks really good, and even up close, for a basement, it looks pretty good.
It's so unnecessary dwelling about the past, 'cause I know that God is good, He led me to where I'm at. Sometimes I feel like giving up, you're giving in, but everything happens for a reason. It won't always be blue skies ahead. Sometimes you might need a helping hand, just like iron sharpens iron, making me stronger, calling me higher. When we come together, just like iron sharpens iron, making us stronger, calling us higher. When we're helping each other, we're growing together. It's so unnecessary worrying about life. I might not have it all, but I know I'll be alright. He's gonna challenge me to be the best I can be, and to give back to those who need it. It won't always be blue skies ahead. Sometimes you might need
So it's coming along nicely. Some of the tiles are going in pretty easily and without a whole lot of effort. Those center ones, I have to say, weren't really a lot of trouble unless it was underneath a pipe. That was the only time it got difficult. Or if I had to trim them, like the ones towards the center of the rooms.
You sold me out, I did not notice. It's been going on for a while. Ooh. When grace is gone, I can see all things so clear. It was all pretend. I can find a higher line over the clouds above.
And if anyone really cares, that bump on the top of my head is actually my bun. I had my hair pulled up in a bun, and then I tried to put that sleeping cap on it, and then, of course, my glasses, and then the mask on top of that. So it looks like I have a flat head in the back and a lump on the top, but it's just my bun. I know, it's a great look. So as you'll see coming up in my after shots, there is still a little bit left to do to finish the ceiling completely. All the drop ceiling bars, the crisscross bars, those were all originally black, and I have a coat of paint on most of them, so that does need to be touched up and finished. I'm painting them white, so I still have a ways to go on that. And then my light fixtures, I'm not really fond of fluorescent lighting, but I'm not gonna change anything. It's not my home, and I have spent, the money just to make it the way that it's going to be pleasing for me to live down here. So when I get tired of fluorescent lighting, I just turn them off. But with that being said, I bought new covers for them and they weren't the right fit. So I'm going to have to adjust them somehow with either some brackets or build a small frame or something to go in the opening. I wanted to read a scripture before the video ends. It's found in Philippians 4:11-13. It says, "Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned, in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. I know both how to be abased, and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed, both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me." I've lived in many homes in my life, from growing up in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath home with 4 people to living in a double-wide trailer. I bought a home of my own after my divorce, and then I had the home of my dreams. So now I live in this basement, and I want you to know that I am truly content in whatever state I am in. I am thankful for this basement. I'm thankful for the privilege to be able to put my own touch on it. I'm thankful for the relationship with my children that would allow me to be here. And I'm thankful for the provisions that the Lord has always provided wherever I have been. One day I will be in my eternal home, where the Lord has a mansion prepared just for me. But until I get there, I will be thankful wherever He leads me on this side of heaven. I want to thank you so much for watching my video and clicking on my channel. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything and it helps my channel so much, and I would greatly appreciate it. And good Lord willing, I will see you in the next video.